Hey YouTube, what's up? JT Sasuke. I'm here to bring you my review for Arrow Season 3 episodes 12 and 13. So, jumping right into this, we're going to start off with Arrow Season 3 episode 12. So, basically what happened in that is Oliver ended up coming back. They went to war with Brick. They ended up catching him. And they had to figure out how they were gonna run things without him. We actually got to see Wildcat come in, and he went up against Brick, and he was whooping Brick's ass for a while, and then Brick was like, "Is that all you got?" and started whooping his ass. Laurel came in to save him, but Sin, who was also recruited for war, ended up realizing that that wasn't Sarah in the Canary outfit. Now, with that being said, Sin also realized that Roy is Red Arrow, or Speedy, or Arsenal, whatever you want to call him. So, with that going on, we move on to when Oliver actually came back. Oliver actually ended up stopping Malcolm Merlyn from killing Brick, and Brick was the person who actually killed Malcolm Merlyn's wife 21 years ago. So he had to stop Malcolm Merlyn from killing Brick, which he didn't end up killing him, which they ended up taking him in. So the Glades are now back under the protection of the police. Captain Lance was told that whoever is in the Canary outfit is not Sarah. So now he knows that it's Laurel. In the meantime, uh, we move on to episode 13. And sorry, I actually previously made this video like about 10 seconds ago. It was about 9 minutes and so long, and then my connection messed up. So I'm just briefly going over episode 12 and episode 13. So from episode 13, what ended up happening was Oliver ended up struggling to realize that this is not just his crusade. Thea ended up not trusting Malcolm Merlyn. We ended up seeing that Oliver trusted Thea enough to actually tell her about the crusade, and we also got to see the, that we also got to figure out that Laurel has been fighting not for herself, but she's trying to be Sarah, and that she basically replaced doing drugs and drinking with fighting out there in the streets, and it's a dangerous high that she's getting that's gonna get her killed. Now, with that being said, we end up having her fight the new Vertigo guy 2 times. The first time he injects her with Vertigo, she ends up fighting an after image of Sarah. Sarah ends up really whooping her ass and starts shit talking her, talking about how you're trying to be me, you can't be me, you're a piece of shit, and that and the third. Just down talking her sister. And that's really kind of like, I think that's probably like her psyche really at play, just playing with her. In the meantime, it was really the new Vertical guy. I can't remember his name, but the new Vertical guy was really beating the living shit out of her until Red Arrow and Green Arrow came in and saved the day. They actually placed a tracking device on her because Oliver did not want her to be in the game, but she wouldn't listen, so that's exactly what happened. We end up having a bit of not even a bit, a huge argument between Oliver and the rest of Team Arrow, in which Felicity ended up instead letting Oliver know that since you were gone, basically dead in their eyes, they had to start doing things in a way. They had to keep on doing this crusade in a way where you wouldn't be. They had to do the crusade in a way that they would be able to do it, not in a way that you'd be able to do it. They had to move on. So now that they move forward, and just because he's back, they doesn't mean they can move backwards. They've already moved forward. He has to get with the program now, which really opened up his eyes. Um, we find out that Thea no longer wants anything to do with Malcolm Merlyn because she found out that Malcolm Merlyn has been basically just using her. Um, We also have a little fight scene between Thea and the DJ guy. She finds out that he's actually trying to kill her when she smells red wine, and it triggers a memory of what her father said about people lace cyanide with red wine so they can cover up the scent. And then she ends up going into a fight with him and loses. Right before she loses, Roy comes in and fights the dude, but Roy gets his ass whooped, and then Malcolm comes in, and Malcolm ends up almost killing him, but then he drank the cyanide himself and dies. And after that, we have them. They go after him again, the Vertigo guy again, but this time Laurel ends up seeing Sarah again, and she has to fight Sarah, and she has to basically accept the fact that she's not Sarah, she can't be Sarah. And Felicity actually helped her come to the realization when she told her, instead of fighting to be Sarah, fight to be yourself, fight for yourself. So she ended up accepting that in getting rid of the after image of Sarah. And she also ended up accepting the fact that she had to tell her dad that Sarah's dead. And after that, we have Sarah. After she defeated the Vertigo guy, we have Sarah's spirit who actually smiles at her, and then she goes away. I think it actually turned out to be Oliver, but she just seen Sarah. Not sure. That was very unclear to me. But either way, after that, she ended up going to her dad after her dad talked to her earlier in the episode and said that her Sarah's back in town. I just want to talk to her. Basically, he was just letting her know that I know Sarah's not behind them, that Sarah's not here. I know that that's you. Because he said, whether if it's Sarah or not her, I just want to talk to her. She actually ends up going to her father, basically crying, saying, I need to talk to you about Sarah. And Catherine Letton's like, I know it's you, and Sarah's not here, da da da. She's like, no, that's not what I need to tell you. He immediately knew what she was saying, and was like, no, not my baby girl. He broke down, started crying, they cried together. It was about time she been needed to tell him. He been needed to know. But she did not tell him out of concern for his health, because he's obviously had bad health problems now. After that, at the very end of the episode, we basically have it where Thea and Oliver have to leave again. They go to Lian Yu. They have to get a killer instinct. Oliver has to get his killer instinct back, and Thea needs to gain a killer instinct. Lian Yu is the best way to do that. Now, obviously, Slade Wilson is going to be in this next episode. I bet you anything they're going to release him and have him train them or something. I have no clue, but I know they're going to be fighting probably some people from the Chinese army, which will be interesting enough. With that being said, both episodes were really good. I like episode 13 better. I can't wait for episode 14. I'm sorry that I didn't do a review last week. It completely slipped my mind. I had no idea that I didn't do a review last week. But thank you all for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.